Boston in the early 90s, no other place that I would rather be. But as fun and exciting as the city could be, it was also a dangerous place. With all the talk of war, it was easy to miss the news of what was going on in the Commonwealth. Someone lurking in the shadows was up to no good. At first, a few travelers on the road to Boston, but then the murders took place in the city. He had already struck twice, and people were getting scared. Less travelers were coming through Boston, and less travelers meant less business. The whole thing began for me on a rainy Tuesday morning. I got involved when the merchants of Diamond City paid me a visit. They wanted me to find and stop this maniac. The merchants had already tried the local cops, but they had come up empty. So for 50 caps a day plus expenses, I took the case. I talked to the boys in blue and looked over the sites where the murders had happened. Diamond City security was great at breaking up bar fights and running off beggars, but they wouldn't recognize a clue if it sat up and bit them. Not much to go on. I asked around the local taverns and bars if someone new or strange was hanging around. No dice. Nobody had a clue. Hello, Sean. Nice to see you again.
Mr. Valentine, when I grow up, I think I want to be a detective, just like you.
Hey, that's great, kid. See you around.
That miserable Gen 2 synth, its existence mocks me. I must arrange an accident for it.
So I talked to the one person in the Commonwealth that loved a good mystery as much as I did. I talked to Piper at the newspaper to see if she had any ideas. She rummaged through her files and showed me an ad in the paper from 6 months ago. I now knew who I had to talk to, but that didn't make visiting him any easier. They say that synths don't have emotions, but even thinking about how I caught this psycho makes me uneasy. I'd seen his handiwork in person. Why the courts decided to keep this piece of garbage alive, I'll never know. I suppose the fact that he only killed raiders helped his case. I took the long walk north up to Parsons State Prison. Old man Cabot had sold the property to the Commonwealth years earlier. They had turned the asylum into a prison for the worst of the worst. Gunner officers, raider bosses, children of Atom zealots, and pickmen.
He's near the end of the hall on the right. Be careful.
Hello, Detective. I was wondering when you would finally pay me a visit.